Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name is Jade, and this is How to App on iOS. And today, we are going to be taking a look at Broohahaizer. Strap yourselves in. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I hope you're all doing good. My name is Jade. This is How to App on iOS. Every day we take a look at apps and music creation and lots of things that are centered around iOS. Yes, indeed. I hope you are all well. Let me say hello to first our Wart Warriors. You can become a Wart Warrior for $1 a month and get custom emojis in the chat, emojis and all that jazz. And let's say hello to everybody who's here. We got DJ Big Red, we got Thomas Christ, Princess LDG, Cold Acre, Jenny Jolivet, Leela Luriality. Who else do I see? I saw Pete Johns. What's going on, Pete? And I think that's most of you there. And hey, Paul, what's happening? Paul is today's featured artist. Man, I really got to fix up this update that happened to my road, and it's changed all my compression and stuff. It's weird. We'll sort it out. Hi, Deep Gravity, who had a really cool live performance on his YouTube channel. You should go check it out. It's really cool. And man, he's catching all my breaths today. I wonder if I can fix it right now. Let's just take this compressor, I reckon, right now and just turn it off and see if that fixes that just for now. And we'll bring the volume down a bit. I think that's a little bit better. It's not compressing my breaths. Yay. We're really going to have to work on it. See, now it's all compressed again. Let's try fixing this. There you go. Now you're getting some, we'll show you behind the scenes. I haven't even lightened up my camera. How bad's that? Let's fix that for you. Properties, so you can see what's happening. Exposure, there we go. That's a bit lighter. Okay, so we're going to try and fix this compressor. What do we got? Threshold. Boom. Turn down the ratio. Hello. Hello, one. Is it catching my breaths anymore? No, I don't think it is. That's cool. Let me fix this camera. There we go. Sort out some things. Good stuff. We're slowly catching up with everything. Man, what is going on? Who have I missed? Who's here in the chat? Let me check. I'll bring my volume back up. Cool. Hey, Brad, what's going on? Brad Example is here as well. And yes, Paul is today's featured artist. We'll play him at the end of the show. Good stuff. All right, what are we doing today, man? I'm so sidetracked. It's going to be a big week. It is going to be a crazy week because, of course, most of you will know, guess what's coming out this week? It is Logic. Logic is coming out this week. It's very exciting stuff. I'm excited. I'm sure you're excited. I scream, you scream, we all scream for Logic. It is happening this week. So there's going to be a massive 3-show deal happening on the day, Tuesday for the US, Wednesday here, where Leela's opening up first. Leela is going to kick off. There we go. I'm going to pull this compressor. I don't need it. Leela will be kicking off her stream, and she'll be downloading Logic for the first time and messing about with it. And then I'll be doing a show on it, and then Pete will be following me, and it'll be huge. Huge amounts of Logic shows, all one after another, which is going to be really cool. Here we go. Let's bring that down. So that is happening on Tuesday if you're in the US or the UK. And tomorrow, Leela's kicking off her show. She's got a giveaway on her show. Leela's doing giveaways. How good's that? Awesome stuff. All right, so what are we looking at today? I've got to jump in and focus, get my shit together. because I am not focused. Hi, Gregory O'Sullivan. We are looking at today, we're going to do this first. Get it together, Jade. Over at the Beat community, at the Beat community, at beatcommunity.com, where you can get all your updates and stuff, Red Shrike is now available on iOS Mac. I think it's an update to the original version. I don't think it's an extra version. No, she's not giving away Logic. Who's doing that? Nobody. I heard there was an embargo on Logic as well, but anyway, that's another thing. What do we got? So, yeah, all your updates and stuff here over here at the Beat community. I don't think that'll happen, Thomas. I think they're releasing it they're releasing it Tuesday. So US time. I think that's what's happening. We'll have it before, but we'll all have it at the same time. I don't think that's happening. So yeah. Hello, Mars Capone as well. I think everyone's getting it at the same time. Price drops, VA mono, VA drums, VA poly, channel strip, TFX echo, TFX mod, TFX reverb, all on sale. All they looks like they're about a couple of bucks off. So that's cool. Maze Rider bass leveler. Well, let's go over the page and see if there's anything else. Before we get into today's noise, Bruce free. So yeah, Clevergrand have all their apps on sale as well, which is Nido, Bonito, and Blease. We've got Vocal Tune Studios. Saga Synth is still on sale, and Audio Kit. Speaking of Audio Kit, yes, it is happening this week. If I can find the right thumbnail, can I do it? Yes, this week Matthew Fetcher is coming on the show from Audio Kit. All good. Not going to have to do a quick fill-in interview with me like last week. Thank God, I hear you all say. Not going to have to do that. Hey, Mr. Smith, hope you're doing well. Boom. But today we are looking at this. We are looking at Broohahaizer. And it is $3.99. And it is what I would class as a noise machine or a noise generator or something, or a filter, or I don't know. It makes noise. And and Alex Nadzharov, is that how I say your last name, Alex? But he makes a whole lot of these really crazy, noisy apps, which are always strange and interesting. And that's what we love here on the channel, strange and interesting apps. So I've made something with this. Of course I have. And well, let's open up AUM and just, I guess, see what I've made. Look at this. I've got shit everywhere. What is going on? Let's see what the brouhaha is all about. Yes, let's see what it is all about. I have it connected to noises, of course, Glitchscaper, noises, and we have one by itself. You can see here, it works in the effects rack. So you don't put it in the instrument rack. It's an effect. So in GarageBand, you would add it as an effect, not an instrument. Let's see what this does. I shall mute myself. Okay, there you go. Lots of interesting sounds in there. So, shall we have a play and find out what everything does for you right now? Okie dokie. I'm going to clear this out. Don't really need this. And open up an audio channel. So as I said, this needs to be opened as an effect. If you go search for it here as an instrument, you will not find it. It is not in there, nothing at all. So you have to load it in here. So if you're in GarageBand, you would load an instrument or whatever you want, a piano or whatever, and then you would have to go into the AUv3 instrument effect section and add it in there. We'll try that out at some stage during this show. Man, this cough. So when we load it up, you can create sound with it without anything else in here. Even though it's an effect, it's coming through as... And I'm just dragging my finger along for that. Let's get some of that little crazy light. Really should have sorted my camera today. So it's multi-touch. And let's cover a few things. So over here, you've got these lock buttons. So this covers each section. So if I turn this off, this one here is like a hold. So you can see once I click that down and move that to a position, it is going to hold there. If I turn that off, it's going to stop as soon as I let go. And they run backwards. So we've got this one here is the filter. This one is the modulation down here. So you can see when I let go, it still stays in the same position. And it will modulate. The next one, and then we have the final one, which is the synth engine. So this controls the synth. Let's pull that down. And so let's cover the sections up the top. So these are where you choose what synth, what modulation, and what filter you have along the top. So you have, what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4. There's a bunch of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think. How many synths? Let's count them. So as you drag across, you've got synth 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you have a mod sine wave, a saw, an FM, a reverb feed, and an over low pass. So these change this one here. And in the middle, we have the modulator, which has a mod sine, a mod saw, a mod high FM, reverb feed, over low pass, and a dual low pass high pass. And then lastly is our filter, which has an over low pass. There you go. A dual, here we go, over low pass, yep. An EOE low pass. It's a custom implementation of the famous 303 filter. That's what that one is. Then we have a dual low pass high pass and an SA low pass, which is a basic 24 dB octave filter that goes to sample and hold unit. So absolute stuff to give you absolute nightmares, yeah? And you don't have to press play on this or anything. This doesn't really affect anything. You've got to the side here, you've got a dry wet mix. So if you pull this out, I'll show you what that will entail as well. And then you've got an overall volume, just to turn it down. And of course, let's just turn it down for a sec. All of this can be set up to your to a MIDI controller, so you can do all of that. You've got a setup button here, which takes you to the manual. Let's show you what the manual looks like. Here's the manual. I already had one open. So the manual's really easy to get to grips with. It's nothing too complicated. Tells you what everything is, all of the filters, and that's it. Really simple. What Alex wants you to do is to load this up and go bananas and have fun with it and make some crazy shit. And we like that. We like things that are not too complicated. It means I didn't have to sit up for 3 days and learn how to use it. Makes my job a little bit easier today. All right. So what else can you do with it? I'm glad you asked. So we can close the setup here. Thank you guys for putting hit the like here. Please hit the like if you're watching on the replay or if you're here today. It does help and all that jazz. So now that we have this open, we can feed other things into it. This is the beauty of it being a effect. So we can go over here and load something like Glitchscaper, which already generates sound, or anything you want. You can generate whatever sound you want. And we go in here. Let's find something just as a preset. Something like Voice in the Abyss. That sounds good. So we've set that, and then when I hit play, there's nothing coming through because we're not letting anything through. So we've got the volume here. Let's put up the volume. Here we go. So we can hear a little bit of Glitchscaper coming through. If we remove it, there's Glitchscaper by itself. So we can hear it. It is coming through. But here's where we can control some of this dry wet mix and let a little bit more in. What happened? I don't know what happened. Something happened. Did it crash? There we go. I think it did crash. No? What's happening? We'll try reloading it. Good stuff. And there we go. So now we've got it coming through, and now you can balance out this dry and wet mix to start getting this to affect the overall sound. So I'm going to add an LFO to this as well to start automating this. So let's go into Broohahaizer. And I'm going to select Rosetta. And we can start by adding, say, channel 15 here. And we've now connected the X synth, so the X of this synth here. And now you can see it going back and forward because it is connected to this LFO. What did I say? It was number 17, I think. Was it 17? 15. So this LFO here is controlling that movement. We can change the rate, slow it down. And you can see that's animating there, that's moving, so the LFO is controlling that. Because all our parameters are open here, so we can go totally in here and go nuts adding all this stuff. So you can see it's really easy to find where stuff is. So we've got our synth X and Y on the XY pad, our modulation, and of course the filter X and Y. So we could turn one of these on as well. What do we put this on, number 17? So now we've got some movement here. Now we'll make this one number 13. And now this pad here is fully animating as well and modulating, doing its thing. Let's add a bit of cascade to give it some fun. And what do you know? Instant horror film right before your very eyes. So let's load up some fluss. think we've worked out how to recreate Pete's crackling in his show. Pretty fun, huh? Awesome. Yeah, and you're right, Tom. Alex does have a whole lot of apps that are aptly very weirdly named, and they're all just as weird as each other. And I really should have done more shows on these. Let me open. I think I've got most of his apps. They're just really. I've got Raro. I've got Fwawu. I've got Sincedo. So they're all quite unique too. Let's open one up. Now, I'm not sure if they're all AUv3 as well. Yeah, the whole bundle's probably the way to go. Now, I'm not sure if this one is AUv3. Let me see. It's quite out there. I don't think it is. I wish it was. Let's open it up, see what it does. This one's really odd. So this one you kind of build. You build all these pieces. Let me just... All right. So you can go in here and select audio files to build sections. And you can go in here and create, so let's find a preset. So there's all these like really strange presets. I don't want to save that. I want to load one. See, this is the problem I was having with some of this is loading them. We've got wire preset. How do I open it? See, I can't seem to do things properly in it. Where's the other one too? There was Fraro. So this one's like got a keyboard attached to it. And that's how much I know. There we go. So the beautiful thing is he does love to play with noise and extreme stuff, which is really cool. So, yeah, this is a Broohahaizer, $3.99. I'm sure if you're into this kind of stuff, grab it because he makes really interesting apps. And, you know, I'll try and maybe we'll try and do a show where we go and make something using all of his apps. What do you think? We should do that in a couple of weeks or something time. And do that maybe. But yeah, lots of fun. And I'm pretty sure I haven't tested in GarageBand, but we can do that right now before we get out of here. Pretty sure it'll do the same thing, you know. So if I create something new in here, what do we do? We'll just create like a... Let's just... I don't know. Why am I doing this? I don't know. Do something else. Can I import some file? There we go. Go over here, clean. Let's just drag some stuff in here from our loops. Bring a loop in here and see how it goes. So again, we've got to let in some sound. And who knows, with Logic just around the corner, this could change everything because we may be able to go in here and automate the app, which I hope so, man. I really do. So wicked stuff. So it works in GarageBand as it should, as an instrument. And it's still doing its thing until we stop it. Hey, Indy, what's going on? By the way, I found a solution to the odd problem I had last night with the new iPad where I couldn't change the buffer in AUM. Found out you have to disable Siri. Now presto, it perfectly works. Or just reboot. I have that problem too. Sometimes, or just unplug your audio interface. That works too, and then plug it back in. So there's a few ways around those kind of things. Has anyone seen this story going around about iOS 16.5 ruining the dongles, the camera kit? Can I just say, I don't know where exactly this started. I've seen it on The Verge. I've seen it a whole bunch of places, right? But I'll tell you what I haven't seen. Fuck me if I'm wrong here. I haven't seen anybody actually with the issue, but I've seen a lot of panic. Nearly every post I've seen of it on Facebook, right? I've seen everybody say, hasn't affected me, hasn't affected me, hasn't affected me, hasn't affected me. But I've seen lots of articles. See if we can find it. I just want to find somebody who's actually had the problem. Or is it, just going to go out on a limb here, just put on my tinfoil hat just for a second, or is it, this kind of thing always happens when Apple's just about to release something big, and then all of a sudden some fucking news story comes out that is utter bullshit. Anyway, I've seen everybody post about it. I just want to see somebody actually say that it happened to them. I haven't seen anyone post it yet. So the story is at The Verge. Verge probably has it. What is it? iOS 16.5 camera kit. Let's see. Apple's Lightning USB 3 kit camera not working. Mac rumors. The adapter. Here it says, iOS 16.5 and iPad 16.5. However, affected users say the adapter no longer powers any devices connected to both of the ports. The issue is likely due to a software bug that will need to be addressed in a future iOS version, but the underlying cause is unknown. Apple seeded the first beta of iOS 16 and today and is likely might not be necessary to come to Apple release. Yeah. But it's just really interesting because on all the Facebook groups, I've seen everybody posting about it, and even Jacob Hacks posted about it, Patrick Baird. But in every one of the posts, I've not seen anyone go, yes, this affected me. So it just, you got to question these things, where they come from, how they start, and then all of a sudden everybody's writing about them. Did it start from somebody who actually didn't have a genuine dongle? I mean, you know, that's a really common thing. I just would like to know if anybody has had this issue. Has it? Has this affected anyone like you? Anyone? No? Has anybody had this? Has anybody got a lightning adapter? Or is everybody using the USB-C thing? Because most people have upgraded their ports. I don't know. I don't have I don't use that dongle anymore myself either. I would test it out, but I don't really use that thing. So interesting. Have I got the article up? There it is there. So yeah, I don't know whether to believe it or not. You've got a 30-pin adapter. Well, you're fucked, aren't you? Alrighty, let's get out of here for today and let you good folks go and do the things that you'd like to do instead of sitting around here with me. Tomorrow on the show, we are going to be doing something a little bit different in preparation for Logic happening. I'm just going to... Is this it? No, that's the wrong show. What am I doing? Get your shit together, Jade. I'm going to be doing this. Let's going to mess around with Loopy Pro and Cinematics and some other apps like Glitchscaper and Broohahaizer, what we messed around with today. And I'm going to try and make tomorrow a utensils track using Loopy and Cinematics. Because the sounds are so cool, I reckon we can make some interesting loops and just on the fly, and maybe we can release a utensils track the day before Logic Pro comes out. So that's what I am going to be doing tomorrow. So hopefully you can come and join me, and hopefully you'll get a better idea of just how beautiful ZeniMatics is, yeah? Because it's all been released now and it's all working really good. And boy, do the sounds on this thing sound so damn good. Man, this app is just beautiful. And we're going to try and make some music with it. All right, let's get out of here. What I say there, Hobbs? I don't have an iOS product, but do appreciate these tutorials and ideas for software. No problem, Hobbs. Thank you for the kind comment. All right, let's get the hell out of here for today. I turned up my mic a little bit too loud there, sorry. And yeah, remember, do the things that make you happy, mistakes make you better, and we'll all rise together, and I'll see you tomorrow. Logic, only 2 more sleeps. Boom. Oh, yeah, Leela's opening up the show for me as usual tomorrow. And she's got a giveaway on her show, so go and support Leela over on her channel as she delves into giveaways and all sorts of cool stuff coming up for Leela. Yeah. Alrighty. We all rise together. See ya.
We'll all rise together, 'cause you make me shine better. And we'll all rise together. You make me shine better.